this kid. She's over here forcing me to pet her. You can't even see my face no more. Relax, kid. I love you. Okay? I love you. I'm gonna pet you, okay? I love you. You had Mimi. You had Mimi. I had me you. I love you.
And welcome back to the Rachel Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Good morning. Happy Monday. I feel like I slept so good last night. And I am ready for this Monday. We're going to apply for jobs, pay a couple bills because I keep forgetting to pay that SunPass bill, which I think is just a toll bill. There's one other bill that I got to pay to Carabas. I think that's how you say it, county, for my vending machine that I had at Concord Mills I sold. I have to pay like my little annual tax or something for the county. And I want to wash my hair, get ready, and I want to possibly film some review stuff, edit my little day date from yesterday. And go to Whole Foods and return those little doggy shoes. Scout's never going to wear them. I tried. And I was just trying to look out for her and do something right for her. Because I didn't want her touching all that hot concrete or pavement, But she won't wear the shoes. So what can I do?
There's this one TikToker that I am starting to see a lot more on my For You page. It's called like Mike's Weather Page or something. But supposedly he's like one of the best, or that's what people are saying. One of the better like weather TikTok persons. I don't know if he has a background in weather. I'm not quite sure like what his background is. They say that he's pretty accurate with his predictions and stuff like that. So I think he might have had a career in weather or news or something. He kind of knows how to read certain things, and he knows where to access like certain maps and stuff like that to give predictions and to talk about what's going on. And he said, I just saw a video this morning, and it was last night's video, and he said that we can start to, see hurricane like tomorrow tonight into tomorrow, I think. And he's definitely saying Tampa Bay is going to feel it, and I am very near Tampa Bay, so I'm a little worried. I mean, my apartment's on the second floor, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm more worried about like my car. I don't know what I should do. I don't live in an apartment complex where there's a parking deck or anything like that, which doesn't mean that it's safer, because that could get demolished in a hurricane. But they always say when it's hurricanes, it's not really the wind. Of course, you do need to worry about the wind, but it's more so the water. People die more because of the flooding. That's my only car. That's the only thing I'm worried about with me. And my daughter can always come over here with her cats, even though it wouldn't be very lovely situation because Scout does not like other animals, and especially not cats. But she also could go stay with her boyfriend's parents over a few towns, like an hour away. So I'm not too worried about them or whatever. I think we'll all be okay. It'll just be interesting to see what happens, and you can already see the sky just not the same. Normally it's so bright and sunny, and it is kind of It's like cloud haze. Good goodness. I forgot to do my unemployment yesterday. So I will get no monies this week. Frustrating. I mean, I'll do it this morning, but I think you have to do it on Sunday, and I don't think they give a dang if you do it on Monday. But, man, I'm gonna have to remind myself to do that like Saturday, put a reminder on my phone. Because I did think about it, but I must have been doing something, and the way I do things is very chaotic sometimes. So, and I was even on my computer yesterday and on Saturday doing my student loan stuff, but I didn't think once while I was on my computer to do it. Very frustrating with myself. Well, oh, I heard screaming. I think it's a kid at the pool. I just got out the shower and got done blowing my hair out. And you guys will never believe it, but this morning I'm filming my morning reset and I got a random call. And nowadays I answer every call. Used to I not. Or used to I didn't, but I do now. And it's this old recruiter guy that called me several months ago, earlier this year, about a job. It fell through. They never interviewed me, at least. So I don't know if they interviewed someone else and found someone else before they even got to me, or they closed the role or whatever. It was a contract role, and this one appears to be a contract role as well. It's about a year long, he said. It's $23 an hour, so that's way better than 16. It's also work from home, and it's doing something similar to what I've done in the past, but kind of a little different. So in the past, I was a loan closer, and I had to enter a few things into the system, but mostly there was other people that did that role, just data entry into the system, and then we were kind of like audit. We would audit their work, base it on the loan, make sure it was all set up properly for a new loan or any renewals that had changes or any kind of loan thing in the system. So this would be data entry, entering loan stuff into the system, which is perfectly fine, a-okay by me. I will take any job, especially work from home, for $23 an hour. Like, sign your girl up. So he said he would get back to me this afternoon, but interviews might be tomorrow or the next day. And I did let him know tomorrow I'm job shadowing for a couple hours. I don't even know. All I know is I'm going in at 11 to that spot. I honestly don't even know if that's going to get called off because of the weather or not. But I did let him know. I said, just text me and I can run out to the parking lot and do an interview if I have to. You know, I'd much rather have a work from home job doing something professional to get me another step somewhere else and maybe contract to a full-time or find something else in the meantime, but it will give me a lot more time to find something else and make a little bit extra money than I was thinking I was going to make. So I think that'll be a good thing for me to do. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed that I get an interview. I feel like if I can get an interview, I can get in. And he already said he liked my position, that I had a sweet disposition. So I feel like the recruiter talking me up a little bit, plus my experience, you never know. Sometimes it's just about talking people up, because the higher up managers are kind of relying on the lower level managers to give their 2 cents if they like that person, because they're going to be working with them every day. So the recruiter's probably talking me up, girls. Let's see. I'm so excited. I'm literally about to have an interview in 3 hours. I'm finishing editing my morning little routine video, but at 3 o'clock, well, it's not confirmed, but I told him I would be available this afternoon, but I picked 3 as my best availability. So sometime this afternoon, your girl is going to have a Teams call with this place for a job. He sent over all the interview prep. I just downloaded Teams to my MacBook. That was a little hard to figure out because I thought it was just easy peasy, but it was pretty easy peasy. But I just couldn't find the app in the App Store. So the recruiter guy wants to like have a little quick little trial interview at 3 or 2:30 just to make sure like my Teams works and everything like that. I love that. That's so nice that he's willing to just take 5 minutes out of his day to do that. I don't know if he wants to go over any of the questions and stuff like that. So I've got to be prepped. I think what I might do, see, that's the only thing is like I don't have a chair for my desk yet because I didn't ever have a chair. I mean, I had a chair back in the day, but then when I moved to this like shared apartment I was in, I got rid of a lot of stuff. Chair being one of them, so I don't want to spend any time to go get a chair. I do have that chair from the beach, but I think it's too low. So I was thinking about taking like my little like clip-on light and my MacBook and my phone and my iPad. You never know what you might need. And taking all of that to the apartment complex office and like using this little computer room that they have. I'm hoping that it'll be like kind of empty in there. That would be kind of nice. It's like a little closed off room, so I feel like if I was on an interview in there and if no one was in there, it would be fine. And then obviously if I get the job, I can go get myself a little chair from like IKEA or Target to sit at my desk with. Before I used to have just a dining room table chair, nothing fancy, and I could do the same thing again. But I have an interview. I am not sure if I've shown you guys my closet since moving in, but it's chaotic. But I'm trying to think about like what I want to wear for this interview because it's like professional, you know, with the bank. I am going to get this out and find my steamer so I can steam that really quick. And then, what the heck? Sorry, trying to. Are you kidding me? Come on. And then my blazer right there from the loft. I'm gonna wear that, and I think I'm fine with sweatpants on the bottom. No one's gonna see that. Right now, I am getting ready to feed Scout. I've got her food rehydrating, and I'm gonna go put some makeup on really quick. I need some time to interview prep, so take Scout out really quick, or feed her, get her out, and then the rest of the afternoon is pretty much just interview prepping, making sure that I'm ready to go, pressing or steaming that shirt and making sure that it looks good, and pretty much that's it. I mean, I'm not gonna really do anything with my hair. I think having a blowout is good enough, you know? I don't feel like I need to curl it and all of that, but I'm putting a little makeup on so that way I look a little more presentable. Makeup is done. Drinking a little smoothie. I have steamed my shirt and I'm letting the wrinkles fall out. Hopefully it looks good. And then walking Scout. She ate her lunch. I think what I'm gonna do instead of going to the office, because it just seems a lot like I would have to either come back to get dressed or whatever. So I think what I'm gonna do is interview prep in this at my house or in my living room at my apartment, and then I think I'm gonna set it up in my kitchen, but in order for the computer to be like more eye level, because it's a Teams and I'm sure that means video call, I am gonna prop my computer up on maybe like a couple of shoe boxes, so that way I can just stand normally. And if I get the job, we'll get a desk, or we'll get like an actual chair, and then we need to clear off our desk because it still has a couple boxes on there. It's just very disorganized. I have like a bunch of press-on nails I still need to sell. I haven't really been on that train. Like, I'm still trying to sell that one vending machine that I'm trying not to list so many things on Facebook Marketplace that I have to try to keep up with so much. But I would love to like do a few different batch listings for my press-on nails on Facebook Marketplace, and maybe I can find a local girl that wants to buy a bunch, or like just sell them one by one. I kind of don't want to sell them one by one because I obviously don't want these people coming to my home. So I would have to go to like Target or something like that for every single little one that I sell. But if I sell one at a time, that's fine too. Like, Let's go get these for something else gone. That'll actually bring some money in as well. And have a bunch of lashes I need to sell. And I have a bunch of little AirPod cases I need to sell. Like I have a lot of stuff for the business that I'm trying to unload. I haven't really done anything to do that, and I really need to get on the ball with that. Y'all, now I'm starting to freak out and wonder if I should leave town. The only thing I'm worried about is my car, and I really can't live without that. And I said that this morning. I'm just like, I was texting my daughter. I was like, do you think I should leave? Like, book a room for Scout and I for a night somewhere? Like, maybe more central, but it's like, Orlando's close to me, but that looks like it's pretty much in the eye of the storm. Or towards the outer end of our perimeter of the cone. I could go more south, but that probably wouldn't be the best. I don't know. I've got to prep for this interview, so I need to worry about that. And then when I get done with that, I can look at the storm tracker to see what the latest and greatest is, and to see if I can go somewhere, even if it's just a couple hours. That'll be fine. 2 hours. We can make that happen as long as the hotels aren't booked up somewhere. This is kind of scary. I don't know what to do. I'm not really noticing anyone from my apartment complex being like, packing up their car and getting the heck out of Dodge. You know, it seems pretty normally empty for a work day here. I just don't know. I do know that there were people at the pool earlier, and there's no people at the pool now, and they've stacked all the chairs. So I think they're going to go around at some point today and just collect everything so that way it can't blow away, or blow around. I'm just like a little worried and have no clue what I'm about to do. What a hot mess. I didn't realize there was a link for like my little interview prep with the recruiter in the calendar, and the link in the email was for my interview. Like I thought there was just one link, and I was like a little confused about how I was going to meet him on Teams before. Anyway, but got the link to work. That was a freaking disaster. So thank goodness it was a trial run with him, and he wasn't anybody important to the company or the role. And I got on. That was a little frustrating. But right now I am sitting on the Zoom waiting for the meeting time so that way I can start the meeting. Yeah, I didn't want any more issues, so I just decided to go ahead and do as much as I can besides just the join part, do that at the interview time. But I am interview ready. I had on my regular blazer, but it was so tight in the arms. I guess I gained so much weight that I can't fit it. So that sucks. But this blazer works just fine. I feel like whatever, you know, I'm not too worried about it. I have a blazer on, I have a button up on. Yeah, it might not be the most coordinated, but fashion does not matter when it comes to job interviews. At least this kind of job. Well, I feel like I killed the interview. You would have asked me 15 minutes ago if I was evacuating, I would have said yes. I think I'm going to go all the way to the west coast of Florida, which is like 3.5 hours away. And yeah, I'll just go to like Palm Beach, Treasure Coast, Martin County kind of area. But now I'm kind of like, it's like 5:30. I don't really want to drive 3.5 hours, and the storm keeps changing oh so slightly on the like how far south it's gonna be. And so I'm like, and I can't tell if I'm in zone A or zone B. I'm very thinking I'm in zone B, but I'm close to zone A because I do have a canal that's in the back of my apartment complex that leads out to the ocean, obviously. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to write it out tonight. We'll see how the storm looks in the morning, and might head to Palm Beach or something like that in the morning. Or figure out somewhere just south of here. Like Arcadia, Florida. My daughter brought that up. Bradenton, that's not too far. I just don't really want to drive 4 hours away.
but I will do it if I feel like I will be safe, my car will be safe, because I live on the second floor, so I think I'm going to be fine, but my car, and it's paid off, so the thought of having to buy an absolutely new car or a used car and have a car payment, like, I'm not trying to do that. I'd much rather spend a couple $100, $500, get a room for a couple nights. But if I wait it out tonight, I'll probably only need a room for one night, and I might be able to come back depending on power and all of that. But yeah, I'm hopping into Whole Foods to return those little dog booties that I bought for Scout because she will not wear them, so no point in keeping them. And I might get a little snacks for the night to hold me over, just in case I end up writing it out and my fridge goes out. I want to have some like canned goods, maybe like some other stuff I don't really know that's not refrigerated, because I have HelloFresh and I'm so good with that, but I might need a couple other dry goods, canned goods kind of stuff.
Also, we'll get to see how panicked people are acting that are locals, and see if they think I should leave, because the grocery store doesn't seem that packed in the parking lot. Absolutely no one was in a panic or a tizzy to get certain things, and really nothing was sold out. Eggs was low, bread was kind of picked over, but there was still plenty of choices to have. I ended up getting, actually, we'll do a little haul when I get home. This is my hurricane haul right here.
Whole Foods haul. Whole Foods haul. Got a couple things that I thought might be good just in case we get hit, but it's not bad enough to actually evacuate. And then the power goes out. I want to make sure I have some snacks, some kind of food. Siete chips are one of my favorites, so I got some sea salt little tortilla chips. Bread. Peanut butter. Let's see. Jelly. I'm going to make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches just in case if the power goes out, I can eat this on repeat. And I actually love a good PB&J every now and then, and I haven't had one in years, so that'll be good. And then last things up is bananas. I can even make a PB banana sandwich, put these in my smoothie, in my oats, give some to Scout. I think we're prepped for this hurricane, just in case we don't leave. I haven't fully decided. We'll see what the weather has in store as the night progresses and into the morning. If it starts to get really bad, it's like super late, I'm just probably gonna see if I could just pack up and get the heck up out of here, even if it's midnight. I don't really care. OMG! I think it's barely 9 o'clock and I've already got my reset filmed, edited, and up. Go give it a like. Go let me know. I kind of mixed it up between really short clips, choppy clips, and a little bit longer clips, because I got someone comment on my last one that I did from this morning and was like, wait, girl, that's way too chaotic and it's causing me anxiety. And that's the last thing I want to be doing, is causing people anxiety when they're watching my little movies I'm putting up on YouTube Shorts. Well, I've already had dinner, because I had Chick-fil-A while I was out. Now I'm just kind of chilling. I am a little mentally exhausted from going so fast and trying to interview prep and get ready for that interview. And honestly, that interview was really kind of chill. It wasn't too bad and super formal and a bunch of questions. It was literally 30 minutes, and that lady that I was interviewing with, she was Miss Chatty Kathy, but she was super, super nice. You know, she was just trying to fill me in on everything. So what happened is this bank needs some help with this system that they have going on, and I think they must have just recently got this system, but it's a system that I've used to work in at one of my last jobs that I've had. And this consulting firm, their client is the bank, and apparently they're doing something else for them, but they guess they're just trying to find people to hire for this because I guess they've lost some heads. Don't know what's going on with that. Didn't really want to get into that because everybody leaves for their own reasons, and I can only imagine based off of what she kind of said, I can kind of guess why they left. Basically, I'm thinking they left is because there's no direction with this new system. They put a new system in place, but they did not make any type of manual or anything. That's the drift I'm getting. And I'm like, this is a very convoluted system with a lot of clicking this and that and finding different things. And multiple screens show different. Okay, so multiple screens can show the same thing. Like you can find it in multiple areas, but you gotta plug it in one area to find it in all the areas. And if you don't know what you're doing, then things can really go wrong. And a customer that has a loan out could be paying the wrong amount. Their interest could have not kicked in. The right rate could not be in there. Like, so many things could happen to cause maybe even a downgrade of the loan or, anything. I mean, possibilities are really endless. And I'm happy to go in there, but I did tell the recruiter, like, I mean, this won't really stop me from taking the job, but like, this is kind of concerning. This bank supposedly doesn't have any direction with this new system that they have in place. Like, it's kind of scary because this system is complex. And I just chatted him up and like was very real, and he's like, well, maybe she was trying to like test you. And I was like, okay, you could be right. But that wasn't the drift that I got. And I got the drift that maybe people have left because there's way too much chaos going on. And he wants to walk into a shit storm every day at work. You can only handle that for so long till you're like, okay, no direction, people don't know what they're doing, and people are doing things wrong, and your head's on the chopping block when you're doing something wrong for so long, even though there's no direction for you. You're supposed to still just figure it out, and that is not a good place to be in at work, and that's not a good place to work for. But you know what? It's a job. I can do it. It's really a contract role, and it could have turned into something else. And actually, I'm going to be working for the consultant company, and the bank is just one of their customers. So I'm not actually working for the bank. So I could get hired on with the consultant company and do something else. They may say, hey, we see that you're really interested in this or that or whatever. So, I mean, and it's fully remote. They did say there might be some possibility with going into the office with this bank or even with the consulting firm possibly, but she said since I don't live near an office that the role would be deemed as remote, so that's good for me. We'll just have to see how things go. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot to take in, but I also don't want to say no to a possibility of getting some more experience on my resume and a decent paying job that works from home. What else is there to complain about,
Getting the girl out for one last little potty of the night. Well, thanks for hanging with me today. Wish me luck on this interview that I had. I should be hearing back Wednesday, I think. They said Wednesday about second interview. Second interview would be with the actual bank and not with the consulting firm, but I would be working for the consulting firm. But I think they want someone on the bank side since I would be mostly doing work for them. They want someone on the bank side to make sure that like my qualifications meet their needs on a more technical level, and that I'm a right fit personality-wise, I'm sure, for the role as well and for the team. We shall see. And I'm still debating on getting out of here. I'm kind of leaning more towards getting out of here just because I'm so worried about the flooding. That's what I'm most worried about. I still haven't decided exactly where I'm going to go. If I'm going to go all the way to East Florida, like Palm Beach, something cheaper. Not actually Palm Beach. Let's not get ourselves. We are a broke Betty. But something over in that kind of area. I found hotels that were like $100 a night. So if I only needed for one night and I come back late Wednesday, possibly, but I might have to come back Thursday. I just don't know what kind of state this area will be in sometime Wednesday, you know. Is this the super moon that people are talking about? Is this a waxy moon that I've seen people talk about? I mean, you can't even tell, but it's, I try to point at it, it's like right there. So you can see. It's very, very faint. It's like very cloudy over it and it's about to be covered by the trees. It's about 10 o'clock at night, so when I get done with this, I'm heading in to edit this vlog and get it up. But I won't see you guys later because by the time I edit this and get it up, it's gonna be nearly midnight. I'm gonna stay up till probably about 1 just to watch the storm and figure out what the heck I want to do before I go to sleep. But I feel like I'm pretty much in for the night and then figure it out in the morning. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye!